For all your email management needs, look no further than Aweber, the preferred choice for geekoutdoors.com. Sign up today and you could get a 30-day free trial by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below.
Hey, welcome to another episode of geekoutdoors.com. So back in December of 2017, Google announced that Chrome was going to be getting an update to actually block ads, and that this was going to be rolling out on February 15th, 2018. Now, when this news actually first came out, it was kind of weird. Like, why would Google be adding an update to their browser that would actually block ads from themselves? Because Google AdWords is the most powerful ad platform in the world, and second to that is Facebook ads. So today I'm going to be giving you my perspective on it, because not only am I a user, but I'm also a marketer as well. Right here, this is Google AdWords, and right here is Facebook ads. If you look at the news, a lot of the news is kind of mixed. In one case, it's a good thing that more ads are going to be blocked, okay? But in another case, it's also like kind of weird that Google would be blocking its own ads. So there are critics that are saying that this will only really serve Google and Facebook, and other companies that serve ads. And so there is a different thought on both ends, okay? And so if you're not familiar in how this will work in general, Google and many other companies are part of this Coalition for Better Ads. Okay, so this is a consortium of companies which will actually release a bunch of standards and policies on ads. Okay, so the whole idea of blocking ads is not blocking all ads. And if you actually look at how they actually have standards, you could go to their website of Coalition for Better Ads. And so here you see the type of bad ad experiences that the coalition is trying to eliminate. So here are some examples of different desktop web experiences like pop-up, auto-playing video ads, and so forth. And then if you go down further, you see examples of bad web experiences through mobile. And there's obviously more here on mobile because the majority of us use the internet through our mobile devices now. So how will this actually work through your Chrome browser? Well, if you actually go through settings and then you scroll down and open up advanced settings, you see something called content settings. And when you click on that, whenever the feature is rolled out, you see a new feature under pop-ups for ad block. Okay, so from there, you'll be able to control your type of ad blocking that you want. And so this is going to be very similar to a plugin like AdBlock, where you actually get to control the type of ads you want to see and don't see. And also at the same time, it gets a list of good ad site or whitelisted ads, which is basically the same way that this is going to work through the Coalition for Better Ads. And if you go to their website, they say the same thing in terms of like they do not hate ads, they hate the type of ads. Okay, so even if you look on their website, if you look at how they make money, the majority of their money is actually made from revenue from large companies like Google. Okay, and so this whole idea of blocking ads is not what you think. Okay, as a matter of fact, everybody who works on the internet, you're going to need ads. You're going to need some type of marketing. There's no way around that. And so the difference here is that they actually want to filter out the bad ads. Okay, so that's really from a user's point of view. That's how users are going to be affected. So the good thing is you are going to get less ads, okay, in terms of bad ads. So 42% of websites are going to have less ads. Okay, so that's like the initial studies that they're talking about right now. But how does this really affect marketers behind the scenes? So let me show you what this really means. And so if you are on AdWords or Facebook ads, and this is nothing new, this has been going on for a long time now. Google, much like many other ad platforms, they really want the user to have the best user experience, okay? And they're not doing this just because they want to do it for the users, because it makes business sense. Because if a user has a bad user experience, say for example, they go to a website that is not safe, or they go to a website that has tons of intrusive ads, then they're probably not going to go back to that website. And also they're not going to go to Google to do these searches, okay? So that means that the companies in the end make less money. Okay, so there's definitely a business reason for doing that. And if you actually create an ad, and I'm going to show you right here, I'm creating a text ad. This is called an ETA, or extended text ad. So what that means is whenever you go to Google and you do a search, these right here, these are text ads, or ETAs, extended text ads. Okay, so anytime you see ad here, this is actually how the ads are created. And whenever you are creating your ads, Google would tell you whether or not your ads meet their policy, rules, and requirements. So right here, this is unacceptable because I have punctuation and symbols in the headlines. So exclamation point. So I remove that. And then I could go ahead and save it. And then the ad actually gets reviewed by Google's AdWords team. Okay. And so there is definitely some standards that all these ad platforms want. Okay. And so this is something that has been going on for years. Okay. So in Google AdWords and many other platforms, the user experience is the number one thing. And so whenever you are creating ads, they actually have a metric, at least in AdWords, it's called quality score. And then in Facebook ads, it's called relevancy scores. So let me show you what that means in AdWords. So if I go here to columns and I look at attributes, there's something called quality score. Okay. And so what this would do is Google will actually look at your website, wherever the ad is going, and they'll measure many different things, including whether or not your website is mobile responsive, whether or not the content on there is acceptable. And that goes back to the whole standards that these companies are coming up with, and just overall whether it is a good experience and it is relevant to whatever the users are searching for. And then the Facebook ads, they have something very similar. It's called a relevancy score. So that's a score of 1 to 10. And so basically, if your websites do not meet a lot of these quality score metrics, and there's many things that go into that, basically your ads are going to be either number one, not approved, or number two, they just will simply not show up whenever you are doing searches. Okay, so there might be limited. So maybe they will approve the ad, but it won't show up high in the rankings whenever you are doing searches. Okay, so this is something that Google and Facebook ads and pretty much all other ad platforms have been doing for a long time now. So this has kind of been here for years now, especially with AdWords. And so if you remember all the various ads at the beginning of the internet, it was really annoying. There were pop-ups everywhere, and there was just really sketchy stuff out there, a lot of spam related stuff. And so it was definitely not a good experience. And obviously when it is not a good experience, the companies like Google, Facebook, they make less money because the whole ad platform, the whole digital marketing realm, it is huge business. Because just in 2017, both Google AdWords and Facebook ads, they generated about $83 billion in terms of just revenues from their ad platforms. And so that's a huge business. And the whole ad digital marketing realm in general is just growing every single year. So it's a very lucrative place and it's not going anywhere. And so it's very important that these companies make sure the experience is the best that it can be for the users, so that obviously in the end they could actually make more money. And so hopefully that will actually clear up a lot of how this actually works in the real world, because a lot of people might read this and think, all right, we just get no more ads, it's the ends of marketing. That's not the case. Okay, what they're actually doing is something that they've already been doing for a while now, where they're actually going to filter out the bad ads, or basically ads that these companies do not like. Okay, now in one case that might be a bad thing in terms of like they control how you're seeing the internet, but in another case I think that is better in the long run for not only users but also marketers and for businesses as well, because in the end I don't think any of us want to go to have a bad experience on the internet. Okay, most people want to have an experience that is good and that is relevant. Okay, so if you had any thoughts on this, whether you agree or disagree with this, please put that in the comments area below. I'd like to know your thoughts. And also, if you do use any type of ad blocker currently on your browser, let me know that as well, and why you do this, and also whether or not this is something that you will continue to use in the future, because now that Chrome and many other browsers like Safari and Mozilla's Firefox, they're implementing a lot of this built in already. Does this make you feel like you don't need these ad blocks anymore? Because of this occurring, it's actually definitely going to affect ad blocks business as well. So less people are going to be downloading and installing ad blockers because it's going to be built into their browsers now. So if you had any thoughts, like I said, leave them in the comments area below. And as always, if you did enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. Thanks for checking out this episode.
And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.